Welcome to the Take a Seat Show, guys. I'm your host, Cade Stuart, joined as always by our other host, Vinnie Chileo, Vino Too Cold. Today, guys, we have a very, very special episode. We're joined by two special guests here. James Stewart, a.k.a. my dad. Dad, how's it going? Welcome to the show.
Going fantastic. OG in the house stands for old guys.
Old guys.
Not original gangster.
Yep. And Uncle Tim Baldwin. Tim.
Hey, friends.
Tim, welcome to the show.
Hey, welcome to radio and TV land, friends.
All the way,
It's Myron T. Snellgrove.
all the way from Linden, Texas, right?
Oh, it's a long ways.
And James from Dad from Port Arthur.
Yeah, I've been
Longer
around.
Ways. Longer ways.
Been around, been around.
So we want to do this special edition episode, guys. This is the special Texas OU edition. We are less than 15 hours from kickoff here of number 3 Texas versus number 12 Oklahoma Sooners tomorrow at 11 a.m. at the Cotton Bowl in the Great State Fair of Texas. So we're going to talk a little Texas OU. We have a lot of history in this room of what's happened in previous years. Dad, we'll start with you. What was your first Texas OU game?
So I'll take you back to 1994. I think that was my first one. Stoney Clark stopped the OU running back.
Great play.
Great play.
Oh, my God.
And I actually sat next to the OU band for the entire game. And no offense, but I heard the OU band play that song over and over and over again. So it was a great thing to hear them win, and the OU band stopped. That's great. So
Yeah. I bet they did.
so that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
It's been a while. I've been to
What year was that?
this will be my 13th year at the Texas OU game.
Wow. So this will be your 13th Texas OU game you've been to.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. I think I've been to. This is probably my 5th or 6th. Vinny, this is your first.
This is my first.
This will be Vinny's
Yes.
first Texas OU game.
I'm excited
So-
for sure.
He's going to love this.
There's nothing like it, guys. If any of y'all have never been to this game, there's nothing like it in college football. I don't think there's another game where it's split down to 50. So it's split right down to 50. You got the State Fair right behind you there in the historic Cotton Bowl. One side's all burnt orange, the other side crimson red. So it's pretty crazy. We were talking about that earlier. During that game, the stadium's never quiet because either the Texas side's going crazy or the Oklahoma side's going crazy. So it's like a bowl game setting in a regular season rivalry game, which is pretty interesting. So, Vinny, I'm excited for you, man.
I am too. For sure.
It's gonna be lit. I'm excited for you, man. We're waking up super early, hopping on the train, guys. We'll be in there. So, Tim, what was your first Texas OU game that you remember?
My first, going to the game? Don't touch me. Actually, going to the game, I remember it was a Saturday. I had counted up all my money.
Mm-hmm.
It's like $12.50. I'm going to the fair.
$12.50, like $12.50.
Yeah.
No, $1,250. 10.
How long ago was this game, Tim? Was this like in the
1909, is that right? Yeah.
74. So I go out, and I've got the money. I'm going to go catch the bus. My mom, she's going to the hairdresser. She's coming down Lemon.
Mm-hmm.
We live right next to Love Field. She sees me. Hi, Mom. She goes, where are you going? I go, I'm going to the State Fair. I'm 10 by myself. She goes, well, get in. I'll take you down, drop you off where I'm getting my hair cut, and then you walk a block to Oak Lawn.
Jesus.
Oak Lawn Avenue.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
then take your bus. And I knew,
For those who aren't from Dallas, that's not a great place to be when you're 10 years old. I'm guessing, right?
no,
Walking down
1,000 years
or
old.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oaklawn and Lemon's not a place you want to be at that age. So,
So that day, they're playing, and a lot of my money was spent riding the air tram because I could look over
Just for
and
fun.
I could hear.
Just for fun, yeah.
I could hear all the sounds coming out of that Cotton Bowl, all the cheers. I didn't know who was.
yeah.
At the end of the day, I had 35 cents.
Wow.
I could either see the spider lady or get the.
Who's a spider lady?
It's a freak show.
Yeah.
Or
Not
I could-
PC correct
excuse
now,
me,
but
or
yeah.
I could take the bus home. I chose the bus home.
Chose a bus home.
Yes.
Says a spider lady.
That's
The
my-
only great choice he's made in his entire life. Yeah. He finally made a good choice.
my friends and their sons.
Yeah. Right.
For those who don't know, these are best friends all the way back to I don't know, middle school, elementary, high school,
So
1980.
1980. Yeah.
1980.
Yeah.
Okay,
Been a while.
it's been a while, Tomorrow's game, guys, I think we're all pretty excited. Both. I think so. This is the first time Texas OU are both undefeated, both 5-0 since 2011. Which is crazy to think about, because this game for me growing up in that 2000 2010 range, this game always kind of decided who was going to be in the national championship contender race, right? It's always been that kind of big of a game, and it hasn't been like that since 2010, 2011. Texas has struggled a little bit. This Texas team is for real, though. I think they're on a mission. Both teams are undefeated. Oklahoma hasn't played the best schedule up to this point, so tomorrow is definitely going to be the first. This is going to be the best team Oklahoma's seen all year.
So, right. Vinny, give me your expectations on what you're going to see tomorrow, since it's your first Texas OU game.
Just in game-wise, or just environment? Or
both, yeah, both.
I mean, sure. I know environment-wise, I'm very excited.
Hold on, before you start, you see a lot of pretty women at this clay. Oh my God.
Heard that.
Okay, go ahead.
Heard that.
That's exciting.
No, I'm excited though. Environment-wise, I've been to a lot of college football games, but I know this one, it's gonna be really good. It's gonna be kind of crazy. Game-wise, I think regardless, we're gonna learn. Regardless of the outcome, I think we're going to learn more about actually Oklahoma than Texas, just because Oklahoma's schedule, they really haven't played anybody.
I think I agree with that 100%. I think we know who Texas is. And they've gone into Tuscaloosa and beat, what was Bama at the time? Number three in the country?
They were top 5.
They're top 5 for sure. So we know what Texas is. They've played the schedule up to this point, and Oklahoma is...
Yeah, but, are we sure, though? Are we sure? Because you know what? Texas is back is what everybody's talking about. Are we truly back yet? Are we? This is. Hey, Alabama's great.
Yeah,
we've won a great game on that game. But can we do this again and again?
I think this right here tomorrow morning, guys. If we can get past Oklahoma, the rest of the schedule's doesn't look too tough. So I think this is the toughest game left on the.
I'm thinking
for Texas.
For me, I don't think we're gonna know if Texas is back till the end of the season.
Yeah,
because usually with Texas teams, they trip up against teams they're not supposed to trip up against.
Correct.
So I'm thinking at the end of the year, we'll know where they're at. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's 100% right. Sam, what do you think?
I don't.
That's right too.
That's probably best. Yeah, thank you.
Probably best. Yeah.
No, I think if A&M beats Alabama tomorrow, that puts a crimp on the Texas win. However, if Texas goes out and does their business, and Alabama does their business, that's a meaningful game for both teams. For Oklahoma, they're trying to come up. Texas is trying to say that they're back.
Right.
I'm like him. I was like, you're not back till the end of the season, and you've won something.
Yeah. No, that's a good point, right, Dad? Because I think
so.
Go ahead.
Let's break it down on both sides of the ball, okay? Oklahoma's quarterback is back. We know that. All right, he's back in the game. He didn't play last year. Let's see what he's got. Okay. They are scoring points. We know that. Their defense looks a lot better. Absolutely. And then on the Texas side, look, we've got depth. Okay. And when I say we, they do. I'm a fan.
Yep.
But they've got depth across the board, defense, offense.
Oh my God!
You talk about it. Offensive line, defensive line. That's the core. That is where we're strong at, right?
100%. We rotate. So on defense, Texas rotates. They play 22 players on defense. They play 22 that get a lot of playing time. So you'll watch. If you guys watch the game tomorrow, we're gonna be rotating defensive linemen. We even rotate in our corners, secondary. There's a lot of depth on this team. I went back, guys. I have an interesting stat for you guys. I went back to the year 2000. So the past 22 Texas OU games. Out of those past 22 games, 20 of those winners of those games have won the rushing battle in this matchup, right?
That's key.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to look at tomorrow's game, guys. If you're watching what both teams, OU is struggling to run the ball this year.
They don't have a defined running back.
They don't have a defined running back. No. They rotate. They rotate. They're by committee.
Which is nothing wrong with that.
Right. They're by committee. But they've struggled running the ball against SMU, Tulsa, Cincinnati. This is a different game tomorrow.
Yeah. We know they can throw the ball, right?
Right.
We know they can throw the ball. Can they run against that Texas defense?
So if we make them one-dimensional, where we just we stop. I don't know if they're gonna be able to run the ball tomorrow. Jonathan Brooks, who's the leading rusher for Texas, is third in the country in rushing right now.
Nobody's talking about that,
right?
Nobody.
He's kind of quietly top 5 in the country running the ball right now. Behind him is a freak 5-star CJ Baxter, right? We talked about CJ Baxter before. He's going to get some touches tomorrow too. I think Texas wins the rushing battle tomorrow. I think we're big up front on both sides of the ball. I think we win the trenches on both sides of the ball. That's key.
That's the key.
So Tim,
that's the key.
Who's the guy you're looking at on the Oklahoma defense? Who's the main guy for them?
I don't know anybody on the Oklahoma defense.
It's interesting, right?
Yeah, all right.
And that's a good point.
That's a very good point.
It's because I don't care about Oklahoma. I don't know defensive players on any other college team other than Texas.
Right.
Don't care about them. If they don't wear the horns,
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah,
I get it.
I really don't.
but
I like what you were saying. It's about the lines.
I'll tell you.
I think Oklahoma, they have a quick strike offense like y'all were talking about, but it's not in the run game. And Texas secondary is little. That's their one weakness.
It's our one weakness.
Well,
I think
that's
so.
what people point out.
Yep.
So if Oklahoma does that and they score, I hope Texas just stays true to what they're doing.
Right.
Because in that fourth quarter, they're wearing on them all
And
quarter
it goes
long.
back to old school. If you don't run the ball, you won't win the game, right?
Yeah.
You got to run the ball.
Well, see, that's what makes Texas different this year is
Run
kind
around.
of what Tim just said about finish. Where Texas is finishing, right? And the first year under Sark, and the same with the Tom Herman teams. Texas would always come out the gates and score some points pretty quick, and they would fall off in the second half.
Yeah.
It's kind of reversing this year. And I think it has to go back to the depth. We're beating teams up late in the game. They're
and
getting
we've
tired.
got
They're getting
great
tired.
depth. We've got depth all over every position.
100%.
Really.
Munkle.
In Texas high school, 7-on-7. It used to be coaches did not have to worry about those athletes coming in for 2-a-days being out of shape.
Right.
You only got like 3 water breaks because you were out in the hay fields all summer long. You would come to 2-a-days. You do 2-a-days, then you go haul hay, then you come back and do 2-a-days, and now you have to have so many water breaks. And what Texas is doing right now with those lines, they are tough, and they have depth, like y'all said, but they have lungs. They can go. They can go a long time.
And they're big guys. They got some beef up front. I think they average 340 pounds up front with their starting 5 offensive linemen. There's some big guys.
My brother, when Texas played Alabama, and that pregame, it's Alabama's offensive line. They're as big as the NFL's offensive line. And my brother's like, man, they're big. And I looked at him. I said, it don't matter if you can't move.
Yeah, right.
And they couldn't move.
Yeah, that's 100%.
Texas offensive and defensive lines, they can move.
Right.
All game long.
Yep. They're big and they can move. That's huge. So.
Sweat. Oh my God. I feel sorry for his commode. Oh my God.
Hey, he has earned his last name, okay? Because he sweats every single game.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
I'll go back to what you guys were talking about Tim not knowing anybody in the Oklahoma defense, which we're not Oklahoma fans, guys, obviously.
Yeah,
but
we're biased, okay? That's
we are.
okay.
But it's a good point, guys, because when we go back, Vinny, too, like when we go back and think about the elite Oklahoma teams, we can name players.
Yeah.
When Baker Mayfield was throwing to Marquise Brown and CeeDee Lamb, and this is not that Oklahoma team. I mean, I had to go back and look at some stats to even see who the receivers were in Oklahoma, right? And so when you have to do that, we're not looking at an all-star lineup tomorrow on the OU side of the ball. You look on the opposite side, Texas. There's NFL guys all over the field.
That's media.
All over the field.
That is strictly media. Oklahoma, they're 5-0. They haven't lost. They are. Nobody's talking about them. Be careful. Be careful. In this game,
You never know.
you throw records,
Right.
throw everything.
All right,
out.
so look,
we have been.
Go back to that. Have y'all? I mean, how many times has Texas came in as the underdog or Oklahoma and won that game?
it's the game. The game is a game, right?
Yeah.
So I want to ask Vinny, because you're kind of on the sideline as far as this game goes. And, I mean, you heard a lot of hype between Texas and OU.
Yeah, for sure.
So who do you think's going to win?
I mean, I'm gonna go. Obviously, I'm gonna go Texas. Even like going off
Like-
of last year, like I don't. Obviously,
And
like,
why is that? I mean,
I just
why?
like I'm going like
Like if
this
money's
is-
on the line, right? If money's on
I'm
the line,
on
you're going Texas.
Like obviously, like I don't watch Texas games like y'all, but when I do, I mean, even since like this is probably one of the best Texas teams I've seen so far. Like,
In a
and
long
like
time.
I would actually take the defense over the offense. I think the defense is like,
elite.
It's definitely elite. because I'm used to like when I watch Texas defenses, I'm used to seeing like 30+ points a game.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm used to seeing that. The only thing offense has got a ton of playmakers. Just sometimes like it gets super stagnant, and I don't know. It's like Quinn sometimes is like Quinn looks like a top 5 quarterback sometimes, and then he has times where it's like I don't know what the fuck's going on.
So is that the play calling or is it the players or what?
That's what I don't know. I was like, that's a question like I feel like I should ask y'all more than likely when it comes to Quinn, because it's like
I'll tell you this, and this is Quinn shows up in the big games.
Yeah.
Right, and that's huge. If we go back to look what he did before he got in last year's Alabama game before he got hurt, he was like 9 for 12 for 180 yards and a touchdown, right, before he got knocked out of that game.
Yep.
He came back. His first game back last year was against Oklahoma in the Red River Rivalry.
Sure.
He went off. He went crazy last year in the Oklahoma game. So he has shown to show up in big games. He's from South Lake Carroll. All his life, he's the number 1 ranked quarterback to ever come out of high school. He's had this hype surrounding him.
I mean, he's right there with Vince Young and everybody, right?
Yeah, I mean, he was a higher ranked prospect than all those guys.
Yep.
Trevor Lawrence. I mean, Quinn Ewers was the number 1 highest rated quarterback in high school football. So he's been around that, and he has shown up in the big games. There is times where you see Quinn and he's a little off.
But he is a sophomore, okay? He's a sophomore.
He's
guys.
young.
He's young.
He's super young.
He's young.
And I think he's growing up. I think he's growing into his game right now, big time.
The haircut helps.
Yeah, we got a new Quinn on the field. Yeah, ever since that haircut,
it's much more sleek.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been huge. But no, I think the game comes down in the trenches, Tim, for sure, 100%. So. Once that trenches is
Did
definitely.
you just call me Trenches, Tim?
No,
Trenches Tim.
Yeah,
that's a good. Hey, there we go.
Nickname.
That's
Hey, friends.
that's perfect.
It's much better.
It's a perfect nickname.
Texas OU stories. That's what you. On the last broadcast, you said, "Hey," and you called us OJs that been to the game since.
So the 60s is that
the
about
60s? We were born in the 60s.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. They were born in the 60s.
I was going to the game before that. Okay.
Oh, before that.
yeah.
His mom showed up at the game.
I was watching.
Yeah.
I was watching it through my mom's belly.
Yeah. Your mom's
not quite, but you're close.
Her vagina.
A little lower.
Hey, she's a Sooner, huh?
Yeah.
She was.
Yeah.
And so, what's the story about you guys sitting next to each other at the Texas OU game, right? How'd that?
Oh yeah.
What? Tell us about that a little bit. What happened at that game?
Which one? I mean, we went to a bunch. There was my favorite Texas OU story of all time. I take my mom. She's 65. We scalp tickets. We always got scalp tickets.
And back then, you could buy tickets at the game.
Yeah,
you had to scalp them, right?
And that was part of it. Is like
that was the fun part.
yes. Yeah. And my mom was doing like this.
Yeah.
And the cops were like, "Are you selling or buying?" She goes, "Oh, I'm just waving to my friends." And they were like,
With 3 fingers.
Yeah.
The shocker.
Yeah. Well, no, it wasn't that. It was this. It's a 3-finger shot.
The shocker, the rocker, the showstopper,
we're
Spocker.
She was doing all of them.
Yeah. So we're at the game and we're in the Texas end zone. And Oklahoma jumps up on Texas like 14-0 within the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And of course, Mom's like, "Bammer Sanders." And there are 4 Texas college students, and you could smell.
There we
you
go.
could smell
The blood in the water.
the whiskey coming out of their sweat.
Already.
And this girl, she turns around and she sticks an orange and white pom pom on a stick in my mom's face, and she goes, "Boo, oh you!" And my mom grabbed. She's 65. She grabbed this little girl. She goes, "Let me tell you something, you fucking little bitch.
Oh my.
If you don't get that goddamn pom-pom out of my face, I'm going to stomp your ass right here in this fucking stadium."
As she should.
And guess what? Their big boyfriends, they turned around and looked at me, and I was like, she means it. And then you're next.
Good luck.
And guess what? They didn't turn around the rest of the game. Yeah. There was a time Texas women, and my mom goes, "I wish you were never born." I was like,
Talking to you?
yes.
Well,
Her youngest
we're on board with
best-looking
that.
son. Hey, Ranch.
Yeah,
I wish
I
you
think
were
it's unanimous.
I wish you were never born. I said, "Well, you know what? If you hadn't been a whore, I wouldn't have been." She goes, "You know what? You're right."
You're right.
And all the Texas fans are like looking at us like, "The hell's going on?"
What kind of relationship is this?
All right, so I
The
know
last game I went to was with you two.
Was this the last?
All right,
the last game you went to was the
All
last
right, I
time?
know we got to move on.
Okay.
We got to move on. But
Let's move on.
one more story on
Yeah,
that last
please,
trip
please.
when Cade was probably 13, 12, something like that.
Something like that.
And Tim was at the Texas OU game, and we got our seats, right? And there were people sitting above him. Go ahead and tell that story, Tim.
You introduced.
Oh, wait. Is this the game where me and you were sitting up in the high end?
Yeah.
Tim's down in the end zone.
Bevo.
He's by himself by
He
Bevo.
looked at the horse's house, and then, excuse me, and it wasn't a horse. It was a cow.
It was no horse.
So it's right before half.
Okay.
So I walk up, and I'm standing underneath the concession stands, and it's like me and some people I don't know, and I hear these girls above me. I'm like, and I look up, and all 5 of them have on blue jean skirts.
Hey now.
And I'm like, guys, like, what are you looking at? I'm like, and they're
Turn around.
hey, friends. Thanks a lot. Appreciate that.
Not a problem. That's what I'm here for.
I know.
So you had two good views at that game.
Yeah.
Just one.
One eye this way, one eye that way.
Bevo.
Bevo's ass.
Bevo didn't cost me any money.
That's exactly right.
That's exactly right.
Him or Barfo.
Yeah.
Dad, while we're on this topic of OU Texas stories, anything else you want to jump in on that one?
No, I just sat everywhere in that stadium. I've been all over it.
50-yard line?
Texas, yeah, 50-yard line. The first year we were there.
The very first year.
We bought tickets for like 40
bucks.
And sat on the 50-yard line, 10th row.
So you got OU fans right across the.
I mean, right next to us.
Fuck you.
Fuck yeah, the whole game.
And your kid.
Sat all over that stadium, next to the OU band, up in the bleachers, up in the end zone.
Yeah.
Out in the parking lot.
Yeah, out in the parking lot. So I've seen every view of the OU game, which is great.
Yeah. Like I said, guys, if you've ever been to that stadium in that game, it's there's nothing like it in college football.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Nobody asked you. What was the first time you ever went to the game?
Oh man, I was young.
Okay, nobody cares.
And it wasn't. Yeah, and it wasn't it wasn't the 12, 13-year-old one. I think I went before that.
Okay.
I think you took me when I was even a little bit younger than that.
All right.
Yeah.
Maybe I did.
This man right here is going to love this.
I want to say, well, 12, 13 I was probably there when Vince, because I was born in 92, so 13 years, 05. So maybe I did go to the Vince Young,
I think so.
Vince Young game when I was. That might have been one of my first ones then, because I don't remember going to one of the 90s.
I think the first time you went was with us.
Yeah.
That's what I remember.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Do you remember me passing that Lamborghini going downtown Dallas?
I don't remember that.
In the truck.
In a truck, yeah. He's pretty proud of that. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
You flew by it?
I was going, oh, shit, yeah. I was going 50 miles an hour. Hey, bitches.
Hey.
Move over. Boom, boom, boom.
Pretty proud of that. Yeah.
I am.
That's pretty awesome.
Yes, I am.
That is pretty awesome.
This man here is going to get a treat tomorrow.
I'm excited.
I hope so.
Yeah,
maybe not.
You're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna enjoy it.
He's been to LSU games, right? We talked
Yeah.
about that earlier.
Yeah, we
so
did. Up in LSU.
Death Valley.
So hey, now we haven't been to LSU. What's the atmosphere down like?
I don't know.
down there like?
I'm a Florida State fan, and like I would rather go like home game wise. I'd rather go to LSU games.
LSU. Yeah.
Death Valley is it's just different.
Yeah.
man.
100%.
Wear the OU deal tomorrow. I'm telling you. Wear it.
Yeah.
Hey.
Please.
Let me tell you.
You will.
Hey, you know why? 2 reasons. One, you're going to be with, 7 of us?
Right.
You cannot all go for the same thing. You got to have
At least one.
An antagonist. And guess what? I'm one. And plus, you get half the stadium on your side.
You get the whole other half of the stadium
That
on your
is
side
true.
too. Yeah.
Even though you don't give a crap about OU. Like,
No, it does, yeah.
Not at all.
And we
look at me!
we got your back. All right, we got your back. So
We got your back. We got
Heard
your
that.
back. We're not letting nothing happen.
Hold on. A couple other things this guy's got to do. It's the State Fair of Texas.
Oh my God.
first time, yeah, right.
Yes.
Go. Fletcher's corny dog.
Got to get a corn dog.
Corn on the cob.
Yep,
An orange Julius.
What is an orange Julius?
that's way back in time.
I don't know if they do those
It's
anymore.
like on the
Julius, yes, they
hot
do.
tub time machine stuff that Tim's talking about.
Oh, back in the
I'm
60s.
sorry.
Yeah,
right?
it
You're from
existed like in
No, it originated at North Park
1859,
Mall.
something like that.
North Park Mall.
Yes. It originated there, and then they got a booth out at the fair park, and for a long time, Orange Julius, Dairy Queen tried it. It sucked.
All right,
It
so
sucked.
wait a minute. Let's talk about Orange Julius, okay? So those of you who do not know what that is, what is it?
Me and Vinny do have no idea.
It's orange, of course.
Right.
Julius.
And it's Julius.
Julius.
But
Julius
what
Irving.
What exactly?
Julius Irving.
What
Oh.
exact-
Magic.
It's magic.
What's in it?
It's orange.
Okay, we got
and
that.
there's a malt.
It's an orange.
Loves malt.
Yeah.
Anything with a malt
drink.
and a hops and a
It
barley.
is. I
this
tried
guy's
one
on it.
before, but like
You've
you
had
said-
one.
I tried one, like you said, but it was Dairy Queen.
Yes.
Oh,
they
okay,
suck.
okay.
Yeah.
Who said they suck? Who said that? Okay.
Dairy Queen Orange Julius sucks.
The
Get
State Fair
one.
one.
Get one at the State
What
Fair.
about-
You're gonna love it.
Funnel cake. Funnel cake at the
Okay.
State Fair.
Funnel
We got-
cake.
No.
No?
Turkey leg.
Turkey
possibly.
leg. You gotta
Yeah,
get.
turkey
You gotta
leg.
get turkey
Corn on the
leg.
cob, what you mentioned.
Okay.
They
Yes.
got some other new stuff this year.
Yeah.
If you want something fried and have a heart attack, you can get whatever you want.
Where,
That's me.
Vinny,
They got,
anything
they
you
got
can think,
churros?
Yeah, they got
Yes.
some new churro.
Okay.
anything you can think of, they fry it.
Like the fried.
Yeah, oh,
Fried
yeah.
butter, fried
butter,
Oreos,
fried beer.
I'll do some
fried
fried
beer,
Oreos.
fried
Fried
beer.
balls.
Alligator.
Vinny, fried beer.
Fried beer sounds crazy.
Hey, rat's asshole. They got it all.
All of it. Texas State Fair is interesting. You're having a good time.
Yes,
There's
yes.
a whole park called the Midway. You've got all kinds of games and rides and
Jet Pilot.
Jet pilot.
Bed of
what's Jet
Roses.
Pilot?
We'll talk about that after this
After-
podcast. Yeah.
after this-
That's a
after
long
this
story,
episode.
yeah.
State Fair. Let's talk about it. So we'd go every year, and right there at the start of the Midway, on the right, there was a game, and it was where you pull the pin down, it sends the ball up.
Okay,
like
yeah.
pinball.
Like pinball, yeah.
Right. But then there were horses. And how many?
Ah.
Like the 3, 2,
And they would
horses
move, yeah.
up. Well, every
Like
year,
the spray
The
gun,
balloon guy?
the spray
Yeah,
gun
the
one.
well,
balloon
Right?
that's
yeah.
what they went to. But back then it's like
Okay, yeah.
a Jet Pilot. He is Bed of Roses, and then it went to the.
Then it's the water, yeah. Like where you hold the
Yup.
buttons on the gun, it shoots it at
Yeah.
the thing. Yeah. Yep. There's a lot. It's your first time to the State Fair and the
game.
You picked a great weekend to
That's
come to
what I'm saying.
Dallas, right?
Yeah,
the
this
only
is-
weekend.
For sure.
Benny, we're gonna walk you through the whole thing, dude.
Go
From
ahead.
south to
Yeah.
north to east to west.
It's gonna be awesome, man.
We are. I mean, and
$141 million
That's
is what's being put into the Cotton Bowl.
yeah. They're
They're
Mhm.
going to make that lower concourse course 3 times as wide.
Well, they've already done some renovations because I know for
Yes.
sure back when y'all used to go,
Sure.
they didn't have that top,
No.
the top part, right?
No.
They didn't even
Absolutely
have
not.
the bottom part. You're out
Yeah,
in
you
the
just-
parking lot.
there's a
by
parking lot,
big
yeah.
bags. Hey, let me see the game.
Hey, are we gonna for Vinny? Are we gonna see some fights tomorrow, guys? Is there some fights at this game?
Yes,
How many fights
there
have y'all
has
seen at
always
this
been
game?
fights. Every time we've gone, there's been a fight. Okay, and I tell you what, usually it's between me and the OU fan. All right, and then that's a true
there you
story.
go.
Hey, that's how you know he's my dad,
And
guys.
I'm getting older.
Hey,
I'm getting
Hey,
up there, guys.
Wear
But
wear the jersey. I want to see it.
Sometimes
I wanna watch.
between me and
Kick
Tim.
his ass.
sometimes between.
see.
Actually, you know what? Right now, between me and Tim. But,
Right now.
yeah. There's always fights.
Tomorrow
guys.
there will be a
Hey,
fight.
Fringe.
It's not like it used to be in the back in the old days.
Oh, Salmonella wants some of this too.
Hey, back in the old
Guess
days,
what?
guys, they were throwing mattresses out the windows
Jeez.
at the hotels. There were fights in the streets. They cleaned that up, but there's tension.
It's
okay?
pretty exciting. And
Hey,
our
there's
our
tension.
director Sal, it's gonna be his first time at the Texas OU game
Okay,
too.
yeah.
So we're excited
Okay,
for him.
my brother went to jail on a city bus.
He did.
Gee, on a
At
city
the Tech-
bus.
Yes.
At the
Back
OU
then-
game.
Oh, at Friday night.
Yep.
Downtown Dallas.
Jeez.
It was when the last time we went at an intersection, there was 8 cops on every corner with horses. It's like,
Yeah.
but my brother still managed to go to a city bus to jail, and then the next day at Lake Palestine, he was there to watch the game.
Hey, he made it back.
Oh
Yeah.
He made it back.
By the way, tomorrow's my mom's birthday. She is an OU fan.
Happy
so
birthday.
Guess what?
Yes.
Happy birthday.
She got a little.
in.
Sooners got a little luck on their side. They're gonna need
right.
it. They're gonna need it.
Hey, I remember what she said in that Cotton Bowl. Fuck that. I hope they lose.
Yep. Well, Sooners need a little luck tomorrow. I'm gonna get back to the game here real quick.
Yeah,
real
let's-
quick.
Okay.
Let's move
I got a question
Yeah,
for you
let's do
guys,
that.
and feel free. I might go each one of you guys or whoever wants to have input. What does Oklahoma have to do tomorrow to win this game? What's their key? What's the key to the game for Oklahoma?
Defense. They got to play defense.
Mm-hmm.
I know they have a pretty good defense,
Yeah, I think they're top 5 statistically on offense and defense right
and
now.
they got to run the ball. I don't think they've run the ball yet. I mean, they haven't seen a defense like we've got. When I say we, Texas. Okay, I'm a Texas fan, but they got to run the ball. If they don't run the ball, they're not going to win.
Right. I agree. I'm on the same boat. Anything else that Oklahoma could do tomorrow that would just throw Texas off course?
I was gonna say what he said. That's defense.
Play
for
some
sure.
defense. Yeah.
I mean, that's the
Oklahoma hasn't seen an offense like this yet, or a defense like this.
Either
yet.
one.
So, I mean, this is going to be the best team Oklahoma's seen all year, and this is the best team they'll see for the rest of the season.
season.
So,
Yeah.
Yep.
honestly, guys, this is pretty interesting. I think we could see if Texas loses this game, or if Oklahoma, obviously someone's going to lose tomorrow, we might see this rematch in the Big 12 championship.
Now,
because
don't get me wrong, this is going to be a close game. Okay, it's going to be close.
we'll get
real
to
close.
some predictions here pretty soon.
At the end of the show, we'll give predictions.
Yeah. I'll go over predictions here pretty soon too. I thought it was gonna be a little close, like you're saying. The more research I've done, I'm kind of pulling away. I think Texas pulls away pretty easily, but we'll get to that here in a second and talk about our predictions and why we think that way. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited. It's gonna be a good game. It's like I said, first time since 2011, guys, that both these teams have been undefeated. So we're back to this is the perennial game in the Big 12 that can decide a lot moving forward in the future. But I think for sure we could see these teams at Jerry World here in December, right?
Definitely.
No reason.
I think we do.
Yeah.
I don't see anybody else being
100%.
And unless either team stumbles again.
Yeah.
That's the only way.
Yeah.
Which is possible, and both these teams have done that in the past. You know, Kansas State, TCU have always given Texas trouble over the past couple of years. So we got to get
Texas Tech.
Texas Tech. We got to get past
Horns
those teams.
play them out there this year. Last game of the season.
Yeah, that's always a tough game.
This is every big,
Always.
Hey, you're already down by 10 points when you go to Lubbock.
Absolutely.
Really?
Hey,
Right.
tortillas coming at you left and right.
Ryan. I mean, guys, this is
Wait, I need to go
this-
to Lubbock.
Yeah, you do,
I'm
man.
hungry.
Bring some salsa.
this is every Big 12's team Super Bowl right now is playing Texas. This is the last time they're going to play Texas for a long
too.
time, and Oklahoma because they're both off to the SEC
Yeah.
next year. Texas, you're both playing SEC schedules next year. So
Good luck.
I was in Waco 2 weeks ago or the week before for the Baylor Texas game, and it was wild. Just those Baylor fans were excited to play Texas for the last time. It wasn't close. The game wasn't close, but. We had a good time, and so I think it's gonna be like that when Texas travels this year. I think they do get Kansas State at home.
They do.
I think we go at TCU. We get Texas Tech at home on Thanksgiving.
You got Houston
This year?
Houston coming
This year.
up, which is
I thought
So,
Texas played at
in Houston.
Texas Tech
we got
this year.
Texas Tech at home in Austin for Thanksgiving week. So I think our only true road games left are at TCU. I think we play Houston at Houston, but
it's at Houston.
but that's a home game for Texas pretty much, right?
Yeah.
I don't think we travel outside of the state of Texas the rest
That's nice.
of the year, possibly.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who else we would go on the road and face. So.
No, but if they don't handle business tomorrow, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Well,
true.
It could matter.
In the long run, it may.
In
but
the-
look,
yeah.
it's about this game, right? This
Definitely.
is the game that every Longhorn fan looks forward to,
Yep.
and every OU fan looks forward to.
Yeah.
This is our season.
Is it?
It's their season.
Is it?
So you want to walk out of that
right.
stadium tomorrow with your head up, okay?
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, it's a sad deal when you lose, and I can tell you there's a lot of sad faces out there.
For sure.
I mean, we saw it last year. It wasn't a good start for Brent Venables in the Red River Rivalry. 49-0 is not a good way to start your head coaching
Not at
tenure
all.
in
Yeah,
Oklahoma.
well, when your tight end is playing quarterback.
Quarterback, yeah, they didn't have a quarterback
Yeah,
last
that
year.
too.
So.
However, 49 points.
Right.
Everybody goes, well, a quarterback cannot do that. Well, a quarterback that can play can.
Yeah.
It can.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's, it's a rivalry. You don't know.
Oklahoma's coming in pissed off. They're going to come in that game
They
pissed off
always
tomorrow.
do.
Good.
And Texas should win this game. They should.
Yeah.
They've got the better team.
Right.
In my opinion.
There's a lot of bad blood between these two teams, right, guys? They're like,
Hey, friends.
hey, I'm getting frisky over there.
Wait a minute. Hey,
Oh, no. Hey.
The whiskey is
He's
flowing.
swinging on his leg.
It's
the
flowing.
whiskey is really flowing.
The whiskey's
Yeah,
flowing.
really.
No, but Dad, these teams hate each other, right? They always.
He gonna talk
mean,
down.
I don't think these
I'm sorry. You know what? You talk about rivalries.
these teams do not.
rivalries.
If you're a rival,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I'm not
Look,
talking about rivalries. Are you talking about rivalries? Go ahead. I like it.
All right, so a rival. All right, that means you hate each other. Okay,
100%.
there are other people that don't like each other. Okay, Florida State,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Right, Georgia,
Yes, sir.
Ohio State, Michigan,
All of them.
all those guys.
Ohio
but
State, Michigan's a big one.
This
Definitely.
is a different setup.
It
Okay, every team drives all the way into Dallas, equal ways.
Equal ways.
It's not a home game. It's not, and it's a whole different situation.
No, it's not a home game. It's a neutral field.
And if you've never been, you don't get it.
Well, what's another thing too, guys?
will
and
tomorrow.
and y'all probably seen this over the past 20.
What, 7 miles closer to Norman?
Yeah, 7 miles closer to Norman.
They sit in the south end.
The guys who played for Texas and Oklahoma were probably recruited by both Texas
Most
and
of them
Oklahoma.
are from Texas.
Definitely.
And a lot of those Oklahoma guys are from. A lot of these guys have played each other in high school already. So there's a lot of hate just in between those two teams.
Oklahoma State too.
Oklahoma State too. A lot of Texas
especially
guys.
Beast Texas.
I mean, we look across any college football team. There's a lot of Texas players on every football team.
Hey, Texas, Florida, California.
High school
football. That is where they come from.
Is a religion.
That's high school
by
football.
far. Yeah.
Tonight, Pleasant Grove was playing Gilmer.
Pleasant Grove has put some players into the D1
They got
football programs.
They got some, and they got some more coming.
Mm-hmm.
And tonight they were playing Gilmer. Over the last 7 years, the winner of that game won the district. 5 times out of that game, that team went on to at least to the state championship.
Remind me,
Pleasant Grove, little Texas connection, played Cuero. Jordan Whittington single-handedly just wore them out. I'm like, you know what's got that dude was a
Jordan
beast.
Whittington in high school. I think he holds the record for state championship touchdowns. I think he scored like six touchdowns in that state championship.
I think in the first quarter.
Yeah, like the first quarter, first half, it was crazy.
It's like you knew what was coming.
Landon Jackson.
He's at Arkansas.
I remember that defensive end because Texas is recruiting Landon
His
Jackson.
brother, Lance, is a junior. He's bigger than Landon. He's not as fast. Looking at, he could be a tight end.
Really?
Yes.
What position is he? He plays defensive.
Plays
edge,
just like his brother. He plays defensive end, like a hybrid linebacker. He might do a Micah Parsons line over,
right.
Center on offense,
like stand up.
He does tight end. Pleasant Grove got about 6 D1 players this year.
Damn.
One of his favorites from a couple years ago, Nick Martin.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd he?
He went to Oklahoma State.
Okay.
Him and Xavier Benson are both starting linebackers for
Oklahoma State. I know Xavier Benson.
Yeah, he went Texas Tech first. Mm-hmm. Now we got a Caleb offensive lineman. This kid he's 6'7".
Big. You're starting to see some of those guys coming to college football now. Some big boys. 6'7", 6'8" offensive linemen. It's pretty crazy to see. These guys are getting beefy.
Like I said.
So, hey, can we I'm sorry, go ahead.
High school football in Texas.
It's
this weekend,
it's huge.
For us, Pleasant Grove and Gilmer, Texas OU,
Yeah.
and then Cowboys 49ers.
Cowboys 49ers. On Sunday Night Football.
Weekend.
This is
Sorry.
it's a big weekend for
huge
Texas
weekend.
football.
Absolutely. Huge weekend.
What you got?
Can we talk about the national scene in the top
Yeah.
top
We talk
5
about
or,
the national
5 or
scene.
10? Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
So we know Georgia's number
definitely.
1.
yes, and they're probably one of the shakiest number ones that we've had in a while. Georgia's
Now,
not.
why do you say that?
This is not the same Georgia team that we've seen over the past couple of years.
Why do you say that?
Because they're not dominating on defense and they're
Okay.
not running the ball like they used to.
All right.
They, obviously, I think Georgia's best player is Brock Bowers. Their tight end.
Sure,
He's got to be
sure.
one of their best players. But they have a fresh. I think he's a true freshman, Carson Beck at quarterback. Or he might be a sophomore.
He might be a
redshirt, maybe redshirt freshman, redshirt sophomore.
I think he's redshirted.
I just think Georgia lost a lot. They had 8 defensive guys drafted last year. They're replacing. They always reload, but there's something
But can you
I've
not,
watched.
Can you not put them at number 1 though? Do they not deserve that?
Hold on, because we were talking about this on the last episode. And I'm not being biased. This is if I'm looking at the resumes of the top 3 teams, right? Georgia, Michigan, and Texas. How many top 25 teams has Georgia beat this year? 0. How many has Michigan beat? 0. How many has Texas beat already? 2. They went on the road and beat the number 3 team in the country. Hold on. If Texas goes on tomorrow and beats number 12,
There's
Oklahoma,
no doubt.
That's 3 top 25 wins compared to the other 2 guys have 0. Why is Texas not number 1?
Can we read their number 1 tomorrow if they win?
And they win handily.
They should
Vinny,
be.
Should they be?
Do I think they'll be? No.
You don't think the AP voters will be? But
They should be. They should be though.
Okay.
I agree with
When
you.
we talk about strength of schedule, though, they should be.
They
there,
should
right?
be.
But
Yeah.
I just think
he just thinks the AP voters won't do it.
because they're just defending champs.
Because Georgia's the
yeah.
defending champs.
And that's
and-
what polls are about.
Yeah, exactly.
It starts off the year with polls, and they're ranked.
But now we have the college football playoff rankings coming out. I think either next week or the week after that. See, they're a little bit more
We'll see.
I think Texas gets bumped up to number 1, guys.
But
what difference does it make?
It doesn't.
Well, only 4.
Not for now, but until
now.
when seedings come
They're
out.
But
they're
when
already top 3.
They are.
It does not matter
if they don't
what
lose again.
What you're ranked at any time until that last
week.
Played.
Yeah,
that last
then
week.
You can say Texas is
because
done
when that
if
final
they do it.
when that
Once
final
those seedings come out, you're gonna want to be at a certain spot. Yeah.
When that Final 4 ranking comes out, guys, that's when it's important because we want Texas to be at 1 or 2 because you're not hosting a game, so that doesn't really matter. It really just depends on who you're matching up with.
Exactly that.
At 3 and 4.
Just
All right, so
another
you know what?
game to get beat on, right?
We can talk about Texas all day long. We know where they're at, where they should be. Let's talk about your team, Vinny, Florida State.
Mm-hmm.
Where are they ranked?
We moved.
They're at 5 right now.
They're 5.
They're at 5? Yeah.
And Ohio State moved up,
Which I don't.
Yeah, because of Notre Dame game.
and I don't believe in that. I think they should be where they were.
I think Florida State shouldn't have got bumped down.
Yeah, I watched a lot of their games this year, so
Because Florida State has some big wins. They beat LSU, which is
LSU.
the big week 1 game,
Yeah,
right?
And then we just beat
Then they went on the road and
at
beat Clemson, and Florida State hasn't beat Clemson at Clemson since like 2000.
But a lot of people didn't see that as
2014.
big because Clemson's that's 2-2 Clemson now,
Right.
technically.
People don't think Clemson's good this year.
No, but I think Clemson. I damn near think Clemson might win out this year. I think
yeah,
Clemson's
I do
a
too.
Really good
They
team.
play good.
They're very
Yeah,
good.
they played a good game against Boston College,
Right,
and their quarterback is good.
Yeah, Klubnik. Yeah, he's from
He's from
Texas.
He's from here. He's from the same high school that
forgot
he's
where he
from
went, though.
Austin. He's from one of the Austin high schools down there.
No, he's a good quarterback though.
I think him and Sam Ellinger are from the same high school.
Mm-hmm.
Austin Westlake. They're both from Austin Westlake.
Yeah, there
Austin
we go.
Westlake.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Florida State, real quick, I think Florida State got Clemson out of the way.
Yeah.
I think they can roll the rest of the schedule. And if Florida State goes undefeated, they're in the playoff.
No, yeah, we should. I'm just defense worries me.
What
I'm
about
not
a
sold on
Florida
the defense.
State Texas matchup?
It'd be awesome.
National
It
championship?
would.
Now, and the national championship would
I
be
would
awesome.
be kind of worried, man. I'm not sold on our defense.
Yeah,
so
you're right.
we'll
Florida State
see.
defense is a little shaky.
It definitely is.
There's still a long ways to go in the season.
Oh, there
A lot of
definitely
things
is.
can
There's a
happen.
lot of football left.
Injuries,
So
everything.
Everybody's shaky. Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody's shaky. Everybody's shaky. Nothing's proved yet.
We talked about that last week.
Yeah.
College football is as open as it's ever been right now.
Definitely.
There's not a number 1 like contender in
No,
college
it's
football
usually
right
Georgia's
now, right?
usually the
I don't-
solidified. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Director,
Thank
Get
you.
my water.
Thank you, Director.
Director Sal.
We're going to edit this one.
Almost on air fight here. We got this.
We
Thank
got
you,
our
sir.
water back.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
No, but Dad, you're right. I think that's a good point that there is no. Everyone looks a little shaky, and so there's not a number 1 contender in college football right now, in my opinion. Now, like I said, if Texas goes out tomorrow and dominates Oklahoma, I think
should
Texas
be.
jumps up
Hey,
into the top.
here's the deal,
national
guys.
spotlight.
Don't lose.
Don't lose.
Don't lose.
Don't lose.
Don't lose.
That's it. You guys want to get in some predictions real quick? Anything
Yeah.
else y'all want to touch
Yeah,
on
sure,
before
sure.
we wrap this thing up?
Yep.
So, like I told you guys, probably last week after we beat who did we just play last week? I don't know. Kansas, yeah.
Yeah. One of those guys.
Top
yeah.
25, yeah. So, like, I don't know. I came out and I was like, I started thinking about it. And I was like, probably Oklahoma. It's Red River Rivalry. I think it'll be a little close. It should be closer than next year, obviously, right? 49-0. I don't think that's going to happen again. My first prediction I was kind of putting together, I was going maybe Texas. They're favored by 6.5. So that's kind of where I was leaning by a touchdown. I'm up to 21, guys. So I'm gonna put my prediction out there, 41-21. I think Texas rolls.
Okay. All right.
I think Texas rolls. I don't think they're gonna stop our offense. I think Oklahoma scores a couple times, and I got 41-21 tomorrow.
Drinking the orange Kool-Aid.
I'm drinking it.
All right.
Drinking it.
Get it.
Heard that.
Benny?
I'm gonna go with Texas. Oklahoma's been better, but I think Texas got better as well. So I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna probably go like 38-20. Honestly,
I like that.
Yep.
yeah.
What you got, Muggle?
Uncle Tim?
I'm still thinking.
Okay.
Go ahead.
We'll pass it over to Dad.
So, look, this is going to be a lot closer than people think, okay? It really is. This is a dogfight. I've
It always
seen
is.
13 of these games in that Cotton Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to go Texas 38-24. I think we got too much depth.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
Yeah.
fourth quarter, we're deep. We've got players. We're going to beat them.
Y'all think it's gonna be? Are you sitting where it's gonna be close at halftime?
No, it's not going to be. No,
It's not gonna be close at halftime.
No, sir. No, it's going to come down the fourth quarter like it always has.
Okay.
I'm going to go with 5,000 to minus 14. You can write it down.
Perfect. I like it. Yeah.
Oklahoma.
Damn.
All right.
Just to get that look.
Tim's money is on the
hot-
Sooners.
Right down.
hot
That's
take.
it, halftime.
Hot sports opinion
Hot
right
sports
here, guys.
Then we can go out and
Yes.
start drinking.
You want to give us a real score?
I think
What do you?
31-26.
Okay.
Texas.
Texas.
Okay.
Or Texas across the board, gentlemen, which could be a.
That is
I don't know how to
scary.
say it's always scary to go
Yeah.
Texas across the board,
I
but
think Oklahoma will come out strong.
Mm-hmm.
As that game wears on, I think those lines from Texas will start. As long as Texas, if Oklahoma gets up on them and doesn't panic, keep running the ball, pound it down their throat, wear them out.
Yep.
That fourth quarter, that second
Take over.
half, now we're going to stomp on you.
Yep.
Mhm.
I think that's
I
exactly
think,
what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
don't know.
We're too
I,
deep.
I got the big spread, guys, and just because I think Texas has experience in this game. This is Sark's third year coaching the Red River Rivalry, right? He's average. If you guys go back and look at the past two that he's coached in, he averages 45 points against the Sooners. I think he does the same thing tomorrow. I think we get in the 40s
can see
tomorrow
that.
for Texas again.
I'm glad you said that. All right.
Yeah,
Glad you said that.
we've averaged Texas.
But I think it's going to be closer.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
And
A little bit closer.
In year one under Sark, we scored 45. Last year, we scored 49. And Sark is one of the best offensive coordinators in the country, right? We talked about that a little bit. Quinn Ewers, this is his second year playing in this game. Dylan Gabriel, this is his first year.
Quinn got a haircut. He dropped 15 pounds from the haircut.
I need to fact check this, but I'm pretty sure Dylan Gabriel, as a quarterback in college football, even when he was at UCF, has never beaten a top 25 team in his career.
And this is a whole new atmosphere.
This is a whole new atmosphere.
He's never played in a game like this.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. It's a whole different
So
animal.
I got Texas big, and that's why.
Okay.
I think we got experience. I
Hey,
think
he
we got
may
depth.
step up. You don't know.
Let's see.
You never know.
Oh,
Hey,
no.
and that's why we're going to be there,
It's a
guys.
rivalry
Yes, sir.
game. You
We're
don't
there
know.
tomorrow.
We're there
okay?
tomorrow.
8 a.m.
8 a.m. We're
What?
out of here.
We'll
We're
be
hitting-
there.
We're leaving
Yep.
at 8.
We're leaving
Yeah.
at 8.
Ah,
We're
shit.
leaving tonight.
Better
Actually,
start
Tonight.
actually go
Sweet,
sit.
let's go.
Go sit in the car,
Start
Tim.
packing.
Let's go.
Guys,
Okay.
start
I'll see you
packing.
guys later.
But
Hey, I want to say one more thing.
Yeah.
There is a new podcast coming up. I don't know exactly when.
Shameless plug.
It's called the Tim and Jim Show.
Shameless plug.
It'll be in the future, but we'll keep you guys involved. If you like this so far, you enjoyed this podcast, it's a little bit different. We're going to talk about life, okay? So we'll get back to you
no
on that.
sports?
Yeah, sports.
Maybe a little sports?
Yeah.
Sports are part of life,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah, sports.
Sports
Bro.
are part of life.
Yeah.
Yep, sports are part of life.
Yeah.
We do appreciate you guys. Dad, thank you very much.
Son, good seeing you.
Yeah. It's okay there, OJ.
Oh, yeah, always. Vinny, we'll always be back
Good
next
seeing
week
you,
with our
man.
boy Easy Breezy.
I like
Yeah,
this
yeah.
guy.
Y'all,
And,
y'all got a great
Hey,
podcast.
By the,
on.
way,
Yes, sir.
by the way, I've got to say this. This is the podcast, and he knows I'm on him all week. Hey, where's the link? Send me the link.
Yeah.
And then I leave school. I got an hour's drive, and I listen.
It's
I
good.
listen to
We
these guys.
appreciate-
Y'all are good.
I
Y'all,
appreciate
you
it.
Really
I'm
are good.
biased, okay, but I still love it.
Yeah, no,
I
we do
love it.
appreciate
I listen.
that.
I listen.
That's good
It goes a
looking
long
man
way.
right
Hey,
there.
really
it
does.
keeps
Look
us
at
going.
It really
Hey,
does.
thanks
Hey,
to
Vince.
Sal.
Sal, thank you
Hey,
very
thanks,
much.
Cameron.
Hey,
Appreciate it. Yeah, thank
Sal
you.
as well.
we do
you,
appreciate
sir.
it. No, but thank you guys, everybody watching. Please, we appreciate the love, guys.
Yeah,
all the
definitely.
likes.
Yeah, subscribe.
Subscribe.
Hey, it's good
Definitely.
doing that with you.
Click
Yeah,
that like
appreciate
button,
it.
okay?
Like
Facebook,
button, subscribe, guys. It helps us go a
Instagram,
long way.
Facebook.
Hook 'em horns, and we'll be there tomorrow. One more shameless plug, guys. For all the guys watching, if you're ladies want to listen to a podcast, my wife has a podcast out there called La Pura Vida Podcast. It's about just being a woman and married and living
listen to
life,
that one.
and we
Hold on.
appreciate. Please
I'm
go
gonna
look at
take-
that too,
I'm gonna
guys.
subscribe
Tim's gonna
to that
subscribe
one.
right now.
Yeah,
so.
I want to see that.
Yeah,
For
so
sure.
I'll put that in the link, guys. La Pura Vida Podcast. La
Tell me
Pura
how to be
Vida
a lady.
Podcast. Yeah, so that's a good one
How
too.
do you spell that?
I'll get you guys the link after this. All right,
Alejandro.
yeah, well, I'll get you guys the link. Don't worry. Other than that, guys, we're out. We'll
are.
be there tomorrow. Hook 'em
Hook 'em.
horns, Texas OU,
Go
and
Noles.
we appreciate
Hook 'em.
it. See you guys later.
Bye.